number 1. In red, we have Fox Margougou, a new member of the Fox teams that recruited quite a few new players in the past week or two. I think it had Mihai and Sebastian and Margougou, so we got an interesting team forming there. So he's playing in red with the Hindustanis. On the other side, in blue with the Japanese, we got Ganji. Oh yeah, so we will have a co-caster joining us actually soon, so that's good. Now we got Ganji going for his first shrine, already preparing some houses. His map could have been a bit better. Stone and secondary gold are forward. MBL versus Miguel, you can watch it Grandpa on Mem's channel, or maybe even Mono's channel. And on MBL's channel. But yeah, here we cast Ganji versus Margougou. Oh yeah, and Tata probably too. Yeah, I mean, I as long as you're casting Masters of Arena, you have a warm corner in my heart. So even guys like Paradox get that. Kafa, no, I love you, Paradox. You got me a cookie. I will never forget that. So we saw the map of Ganji on the other side. Margougou's map is quite nicer. He got his main stone, secondary gold at the back. Only the main gold is forward, but this area is quite problematic for him. One castle here could be tricky. Relics, we got 2 relics outside of the walls of Margougou, so that's good for him. We got 1 relic for Ganji, 1 Kana in between them, and 2 Kana in between them. The relics are better for Margougou a bit. Yes, 1 better relic over Ganji. Or my co-caster is always late. Because I messaged my co-caster a few hours ago, and he answered me just like 4 minutes ago. Sure, when? And I was like, no! So he's coming. He's coming. And he will join us soon. So with these sieves, I mean, Hindustanis can do a great light curve opening. And you know me, I fucking love light curve, so that could be quite good for Margougou here. While on the other side, Ganji is already up 22 villagers, and you know what that means, guys. 22 villagers uptime, unless it's some next level boom, but it's probably gonna be Mon Crush for Ganji here. Look at his build, only 4 on wood. With Japanese, it's quite doable because he saves quite some wood on lumber camps and on mills and on mining camps. So that's great for him. Gonna have the extra wood for the buildings, so he doesn't need to send so many on wood. Ganji heckin' loves monks, and he's indeed gonna go for the Manka S. Well, on the other side, Margougou is also up. 24 villagers. I assume we'll get a barracks up. And indeed, we get a barracks coming up here for the French player. The man and the baguette. First hit by Ganji, and that might be a dead scout. Because in 10 seconds, Ganji will be in Feudal Age, and then his scout will get the HP, the speed boost and the attack boost. And if Margougou will take the risk and lead the scout home, well, okay, if he can trap him, if he can do a trap, what? Okay, I think it's a mistake by Ganji. Actually, maybe not. Like Ganji, okay, he could have done the damage inside of Margougou's base if he went in. Unless Margougou trapped him. But I assume Ganji needs his scout alive because he needs intel of what's coming. Because he's gonna go forward, and you don't want to go forward without a scout, so So yeah, will it make players use webcam for the final? No. We don't have the budget for that. Or the skills to arrange that. I mean, on Arena you don't really need see the face. Arena is all about intellect and strategies. So you don't really need to see with your eyes to feel the gloriness of what you're watching. But like no cameras, that's what I mean. Anyway, double BTX and gold upgrade for Ganji. He got the second mining kill. So definitely means that the monk rush is coming. The issue is I don't see a barracks for Ganji, so that means he's not gonna do spearman. And that could be really tricky if he indeed goes for the forward castle, for the forward monasteries. Oh yeah. So, we do have a stable. Scouts are coming for Margougou. Alright, let's get our co-caster. Again.
30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30. I hacking love monks, vamos, abuelos.
I do hacking love monks, thank you, full of a took. Shalom, shalom, lovely co-caster.
Hello there.
How you doing, Mr. T with a delight?
I am doing great.
Hey.
You just while I was taking a shower this morning and I got out and I was like, oh, John Slow wants to co-cast.
Yeah, I already told the story. When do you want to co-cast? Now! Hurry up, they have started! Ganji and Google are in the game already, so yeah. Say shalom to T with your delight. Shalom ECCM, you cutie pie. How you doing? So tell me when you caught up, when you're caught up in the game, T-West. Then we got Ganji opening with double monastery, adding spearman, and we are getting our first monk rush of the day.
Yeah, I'm caught up and I'm excited to see those monasteries. You don't see that too often, players deleting the walls to build the monasteries. But I guess kind of we had talked about this a bit last time, but when you spawn where like your corners are facing each other rather than the flat sides of the walls, sometimes you need to delete those walls to get out in the right location.
Yeah, especially since he probably guessed that Margougou is gonna go for the light curve, so going forward is quite a risk. Doing the monasteries at home keeps you safe, but also he did them as forward as possible by building the wall and placing himself there, so that's good. Picking up the first relic here, got some spearmen on the field. Do Japanese have all the monk there? Do they get heresy, I guess? That's the only
They miss
question.
heresy.
They miss heresy.
And that's the only one they miss.
Yeah, so in theory they got great monks for monk rush in Hindustanis, right? Because Hindustanis don't get a tournament, so heresy is not needed. So basically they have all the tactics that they could need. And we already got a forward siege workshop coming up here for Ganji. Well, Margougou adding PC number 2. So what civ do you prefer here, Tibes? The Hindustanis or the Japanese?
I think I prefer the Japanese here, but I always prefer the monk rush, just because I like seeing them.
I heckin' love monks. Okay, that's not enough spearmen, and that's a lot of light. Oh no, Ganji has sick monk micro, but I don't think it will save him here. He needs some luck. He needs some luck. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. That was horrible.
He had all the spears forward protecting that monk near the relic, but didn't have any near his main army of monks, and they all got picked off.
Yeah, that was a big miss micro by Ganji. He lost 3 monks, 2 spearmen, I think. And Margougou didn't lose a single like. Look at skill to that ratio, 6-0. Wow, what an opening. Okay, trying to do some quick houses. 2 monks going down, 1 light have converted. All the monks are going down. We also got 1 spearman converted by Margougou, and he's cleaning everything. What the hell? This is horrible for Ganji. Might lose a villager. No.
And all that momentum he would have had just gets taken out there. He even did the ram instead of the mangonel, so he was looking to bust through those walls really quickly.
Yeah. Eh, well, is this over or can the monks always regroup?
Monks can regroup pretty well, and remember, it's going to be a lot more expensive for Margougou to keep adding in those light cav than it will be for Ganji to keep adding in those monks. He's going for the third monastery now.
Yeah, he's not giving up on the push just yet. Meanwhile, Margougou picking up his second relic, gonna take it home. Doing more monks, he's already adding TC number 3. And look where the TC number 3 is going to be. It's on the stone. That means that he's already thinking about the defensive castle, which should be his better option here. Or would you place this differently? Like, what should Margougou do now to stop the push? Because now the amount of spearmen is quite big, and he's even doing the pikeman upgrade.
Yeah, that's the difficult part, that you clear the monks, but they just keep coming. I wouldn't mind seeing a Mangonel here, just to at least force redemption out of Ganji, force him to spend all of that gold, so you can keep the ram out for a moment.
Yeah, that's...
I think that castle should be okay.
Well, it will take him quite some time to mine those 650 stones, though. So I really see that what you said, a siege workshop here would have been really good, because Margougou, well, now he can... what Margougou? Ganji cannot afford redemption, so... In theory, Margougou can do redemption and convert them to Gonel. But that
Well,
would
he
be
can't
silly.
afford it because he just bought it.
Oh yeah, Ganji just bought the
there we go.
redemption, sold a lot of wood, and he's coming in. So Margougou basically picked up the relics for him, placed them in that monastery that is gonna go down. But I like what Margougou is doing now. He's like putting his Lycav in between the buildings and the military, and he's trying to snipe reinforcement, which I like a lot. And look what the Margougou
Also
is
running
doing.
the relic back.
Oh no.
He's taking that relic away from the monastery, and he's gonna at least try to save one of them.
Yeah, that's perfect actually. Like, that's what I just said. He's gonna give away the relics, but by doing that, what? Don't kill the monk. By doing that, he will at least save one. Okay. Is he gonna buy a castle? Look how much gold he has. He's
Well, he
rushing the
didn't have a
market.
market because he went for that blacksmith. Right? He's has 800 gold, and he could have bought that castle maybe 2 or 3 minutes ago if he had just had that market.
Yeah, where to place the castle? He's definitely gonna buy a castle. I think on the gold, like between the gold and the TC, or in between the TC of the stone and the main TC. Where would he place it?
Yeah, it's difficult now because the mangonels are coming for it. I don't know if he really has a spot
Yeah.
to place it. He's gonna try to buy that main gold, but I don't know. Could the mangonels get over there and, if not deny it, at least kill some villagers?
He definitely can. Like, he should send them, but it will go up. Like 18 villagers, sending some villagers to be annoying. Good micro by Margougou. Should send those villagers back now. Yeah, exactly. Those perfect micro. Perfect. And now some Mangonels could go down. Both Mangonels, but he's shooting at the pikeman. Okay, he got one down. Getting some monks too. Okay, that was good. But what's next for Margougou? Like, Ganji can just go to the side and push from there. What would you do?
Especially since the stable and the houses are already converted, so there's no wall on the left. That stone TC still can be pressured by the mangonels.
Yeah, both PCs. I mean, he only has this 30 on the woodland save. The other two are super exposed to Mangonels. Wow, look at his resources though. It's Margougou. That's a mix of two, Margougou. Is Margougou going to imp? And why?
I think he's ready for it. Oh, he put it in the center TC though, no. He has that back TC on the wood line that's safer.
Oh no. That's a Dracan imp DC. What the hell? Oh, but he killed a Mangonel with a villager.
The
Wow.
villager.
That's a hero villager. He will not be a traitor? Nah, he will not be a traitor. Okay.
Well, that TC's on half HP already. Margougou needs to realize that and start
Yeah,
repairing
he
it.
needs to repair it. Maybe he's one of those players that doesn't choose which TC to use, but he like has them all with select all TCs button and he just randomly clicked. He didn't realize that yet. He's not repairing. Okay, now.
Oh, there he goes. Yeah, there's only 2 mangonels. He should be able to out-repair that, but it's going to be a lot of wood.
Yeah, could send the ram too, but now he should be fine. Mangonels are not as great as if these were 2 cannons, we could have thought. But oh, but he's out of wood.
Yeah, that's the hard thing. TCs cost a lot of wood to repair. Like, if you're Ganji and you see all those vills repairing, do you think it's time
Yeah.
to send the ram and try to just dive that TC?
Yeah, definitely. Like, he should realize that his repairs are unorthodox. Well, maybe not. He's not repairing that heavy anymore. So let's see. Let's see. But I don't really understand. Okay, Kavarchers? Hindustani
Kavarchers.
Kavarchers? That's
I mean,
weird.
they used to be good, but now they're... Let's see, they have all the blacksmith upgrades, but they're missing Parthian tactics.
Oh, in the forward
They have
castle.
Thumb Ring, so I guess they'll be okay. And forward castle for Ganji. Well, the good thing about this imp timing now is that Margougou should be ahead in the Treb War.
Yeah, and he's even adding a second castle on the stone TC, so it's basically gonna be completely fine, not even gonna lose. Oh, look what he's doing. He decided to lose a castle. He's saving it for forward castle. Yeah, he's doing it now outside between the 2 stones. I like it a bit more. Ganji is going back. He's on the way to Imp 2 now. So Margougou is faster to Imp. He has 22 villagers more. But Ganji has monks. So whose position do you actually prefer here?
Ooh, I do like the monks, but I don't know about this Cav Archer play. I mean, they can be good against monks, but Ganji's micro is so good with them, I feel like he'll get conversions anyway. Margougou's going to need to amass a lot of these before he can really think about moving out.
Yeah, Ganji has fantastic monk micro. So let's see how he will use it now. He's in Imp, so we'll now see, well, soon he will have gold. We'll see block printing and illumination and theocracy.
And immediately
or
6
trap.
conversions on the different Cav Archers, or 6 targets on the different Cav Archers there.
Yeah, he's very good with monks, I'm telling you that. And with block printing it will be even easier. Margougou is good micro so far, keeping his Cavarchers alive. Well, do you think Ganji can win this without adding economy? Will he have to add economy to win this game?
Well, he's on 1 TC, and like at this point in the game, it's really hard to have the food to make the vills when you have 5 farms and you just spend 1,000 food on him.
Yeah. Well, he's getting wheelbarrow right now, that's kind of that's something. He's even adding pikemen. He's scared of light cav, but light cav are not happening. Margougou is gone full cav archers right now. We already got block printing, now we are getting illumination and theocracy for Ganji. And the traps are coming. What's up with these houses?
He just wants to make a little gap for the monks to stand in.
Ah yeah, that's an anti-light cav barricades, I guess. Okay, Cavarchers being annoying on the gold here, gonna get few villagers. He even has ballistics Margougou, so that's really nice. And Racer. Oh no! He opens again with a spearman and the... Oh my god, the Cavarchers are going inside. And Ganji has to abandon all his economy in the north, abandoning the gold, the wood. Should he just go outside under the castle?
He can just go outside. The Cav Archers are going to be trapped in his base now. Like, he's not going to lose any vills here.
Yeah, that was good reaction.
He just got rid of Margougou's army. He'll just go outside, build another lumber camp, and he'll be completely safe.
Was it a trap?
And the monks are coming. He's going to get conversions now.
Look how many Cavarchers are targeted. I count 7 out of 11. Let's see now the micro. The trap is on. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. This is not good.
And the Cav Archers have nowhere to run now.
Wow. We were ready to convert it. Meanwhile, the castle is... Well, Ganji needs to repair the trap. Ganji repairing the last second. Still might lose it. No, the tree goes down. Okay.
Ganji got some good Mangonel shots on the Cav Archers at the front while he was... Or while Margougou was microing in his base. I think Ganji's gonna win this Treb War.
If the castle goes down, Margougou is in big trouble. His traps will be exposed to someone gone else. Ganji needs to repair. The Cavarchers are still alive. But he should just delete them all, I feel like. Like, he's not
At this
gonna...
point, they're just getting converted.
Yeah, he's just gifting Ganji military. And now Ganji is converting everything. He has more Cavarchers than Margougou.
And he's won the Treb War too. That castle's down. The Trebs are going down. Margougou has to fight mangonels with villagers now.
Should convert a Treb. Definitely convert a Treb.
He has enough monks, he can just get the cav archers away, then convert it. Of course, you need to be adjacent to convert them, so you don't see it that often, but here's the situation if it goes down, though.
Yeah. Well, I think... Do you think he's playing on because of the score, or he actually believes that he's... Well, actually, you know what? He's on 104 villagers. That's...
Yeah, he's
not
got
bad.
over a 50 to 60 villager lead. But he's gonna lose some of them to these cav archers. He's gonna lose that stone he was mining. And, well, right now, Margougou, he has 150 stone and only one castle left. So once the Trebs come in, he doesn't really have much to repair with either.
Yeah. And his military, he's not... No, that was a misclick, the archers. Trying to mass both light cav and cav archers, but look at the amount of monks that Ganji has. 23 monks. I heckin' love monks. Is there a
And
more
once that
fun
castle
unit?
goes down,
Yeah, go.
there's gonna be no more Trebs here. And... I mean, Margougou has the score lead, and he's up by 40 vills, but it feels like he's not in a position where he can actually do anything to Ganji's army now.
Yeah, that's a problem with monks. The score is not even always reflecting the situation, right? So,
Where is my 3
Exactly.
Give it to me.
thank you so much, Strack, for the 43 months. Okay, so Margougou is still trying. He's still on 3 town centers. He's housed. He's trying to mass military, but he might be running out of gold food, which could be tricky. He has only... No, well, he still has 800 gold at the back of his face to mine, but then he'll be in trouble. Ganji, not adding a colony. What the hell is this lumber camp?
Right now, Ganji... Do you think it's a good idea for Ganji maybe to use his gold to buy a castle here? Because he's already taken out all of Margougou's castles, and that means there's no way for him to push back if Ganji were to do a forward castle.
That would be great, actually. Maybe he doesn't want to rush it because he now has 18 villagers on stone, so it would not take him a long time to actually get a castle. But look, okay, look what Margougou is doing now. Okay, maybe not. I thought he will send villagers forward to use as a meat shield, which is against Geneva Accord. But yeah, he's doing that.
Doing it.
He's sending the villagers, you murderer! And now the infantry is coming from behind.
He's
my
leading the
God.
walls and sending everything.
Well, it seems that will work. That's a lot of military. That's a lot of military.
He's getting conversions, though. It's going to be a lot of military for Ganji.
God. Well, that's now 15 Cavarchers for Ganji and only 7 for Margougou. So that micro by Ganji is just insane. And now he's doing the castle that you were talking about. Would have been more forward, right? I know what the Treb was doing.
Yeah,
under
it could have been on that TC.
Yeah, exactly.
You could steal and delete that farm and build it right there.
Yeah. What a beautiful game. And this is always the first game, guys. Ay, ay, ay. I heckin' love. Tell me another map where you could see something like this.
Freaking Ganji using his own base as a trap there.
That
That was
great.
perfect.
Yeah. I heckin' love Arena. Okay, castle is up. Well, remember when Margougou had almost double the villagers?
Yeah, again, Ganji taking that one fight at the end killed all those villagers, converted some too.
Yeah, Ganji with 5 more villagers and GG Cold. What a beautiful game. I think that was a no. We haven't seen some monk rushes during the tournament, but this was a massive monk rush, and yeah, I love watching Ganji. He's very entertaining with his monks.
Yeah, and that's even after he made a few mistakes early on and the monks got cleaned up.
Yeah, yeah, the initial
He was still able to
monks.
push in.
Yeah, very well played by Ganji. Margougou tried. I mean, he did try to counter the military. His opening was great, his initial cleanup, but it wasn't enough. Monks are OP, please nerf Kappa, let's go. Statistics. Military wise, kill death ratio was about the same 105 to 100. How many conversions did we get? 69 conversions. Nice.
Perfect.
Economy wise, we had more wood, more food, way more food for Ganji, almost triple. But for Margougou story, but Ganji is more gold and Margougou is more stone and way more villagers and more APM. But again, it wasn't enough. Let's go. Well, game number 2 soon, but first we will see the draft. Do you have the draft, Mr. T West?
I do. Let me open that up here. So let me just check off those civs. That was so Japanese winning over Hindustanis.
Yeah, and that was the fourth pick of Ganji, winning again the third pick of Margougou, so that's good for him. And what do you think about the draft? I feel like it's a huge advantage for Ganji here with the civs.
I mean, Bohemians, Spanish, Slavs. Looks like he has got 3 more monk rushing civs. I guess Margougou does have Bengalis and Portuguese, but I don't know if Margougou is a monk rushing player.
No, no. At least, well, I don't ever remember seeing him on Arena, actually. I did cast some lovely games of him in Masters of Socotra, where he did some crazy Vil rushes, but on Arena, it's rare to see him. Maybe Cito knows. I don't think so. No, he's a rusher. But he's gonna go with Portuguese, which is a very good sieve for that. So we'll see. Ganji going for the Slavs. In theory, he could go for a Monk Rush again, right? With the Slavs.
Yeah, absolutely.
But no
And
heresy.
Margougou could go for a monk rush himself if he wants to. Portuguese do have a good monk tech tree, and their monks are cheaper.
And they get heresy, right? Portuguese 100% get heresy. Or not.
Let me double check that. Sometimes the civs change, and I forget if they change their monastery tech trees. They do get heresy. They get everything aside from illumination.
Okay, so that's why Portuguese should be better here for potential monks, because, well, Slavs do not get heresy, so that's their downside. And game 2 has started, so let's jump in.
So Margougou will have the Portuguese, and immediately he's going out to build the mill on those berries to start collecting wood from them as well as food.
Yeah, that's a good opening with the Portuguese.
Also lowering the boar really early. But I guess that's pretty standard for the 9-vil start.
Yeah, I started with 9 villagers, you can basically instantly lure it in my eyes, I think. But, well, I'm not in the tournament, so I have no idea. Up to pleb. And okay, so Ganji with the Slavs. I mean, in theory, he can both Monk Rush, and also he has quite a good sieve for the Lycav opening, right? With Slavs.
Well, on this version of the 9-vil start, do you think you get enough farms out with the Slavs in time to do the light cav opening? Because you do farm faster, but other than that, I don't think you really get any good bonuses for it, and the farms take a while to kick in.
Yeah, but you consider it's a long game, right? And Slav farms are always nice. It's not like it's Franks or Magyar opening with Slavs, but it's still quite decent, like a bit better than any standard sieve to go like with. That's at least what I think.
Yeah, it's one of the civs where I think their bonus was higher back in HD or at some point in the past, and it was nerfed a bit, but maybe nerfed a bit too much. It feels like they don't really have the greatest eco like they used to.
Yeah, it actually makes sense what you're saying, because I do remember Slavs being more scary back in the days. But yeah, let's see. We now got the first shrine of Ganji. Mm,
Yeah, very different timing for the boar. He really prioritized pushing in and taking those deer early on.
Let me check who the winner of this set is playing. I already forgot what groups they are in. Oh no, they are with Modri and Nick of Wawa Wiwa. So whoever wins this set has to play Nico for the spot in the round of 16. So that's gonna be a difficult task for both players.
Yeah, absolutely.
We did see Nikov play amazing against Modri, taking him to the decider to game number 5. So Nikov is really looking
Yeah, and I mean,
strong.
taking 2 games against Moji on Arena is quite the accomplishment.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, will be interesting. Um, let's see the maps here. Margougou, his map seems to be quite bad, but look what he's doing. He's already gone on stone. Can you explain that?
So, organ guns, very different than they used to be.
Exactly.
Overall, they're probably nerfed for what you were doing with them in the past on Arena, going for that castle drop, and kind of the organ guns were basically the only unit you needed. I mean, you could eat TCs with them, you could push through buildings with them. Now they're a bit different and more useful against clumped up masses of units. I saw a clip where Tato just lost the whole army of Arbalests to a few organ guns. So I'm not sure exactly how they're best used at this point.
The issue is I have casted, I think, Muhammad versus PLP in the qualifiers, and Muhammad went for full organ guns, and he had like 20 organ guns, and one Mangonel was enough to deal with them. They do rapid damage against siege, so they are quite worse than what they used to be. So I'm not really a fan of what Margougou is doing, but I'm happy to see him clouding. That's something. While Ganji, his map, he has perfect main goals, the rest is forward. He's going up with 25 villagers. Damn, look how fast Margougou went up. We didn't actually...
Yeah, with 23 pop. This is... I mean, could this be for a forward castle? Because sometimes I've seen Portuguese go for those forward castles versus scout openings just by going up so fast that they can quick wall the vills before the scouts come out.
But will he have enough resources to both fast castle and to get the stone for a castle?
He's doing... Portuguese, of course he will. He can get from wood from the berries. He has 2 vills on wood. That's all he needs.
Yeah, actually that's a sick build for Margougou. So... yeah, I mean, he's doing Bloom, so he's gonna go for the forward castle. CLA. Freaking hell. Okay, so, yeah, that's a lovely build. Where did he learn that build? What the hell?
Do you really need to learn it? I think Portuguese just have such a good eco now. You just put your vills on the berries, and then suddenly you have that forward castle.
If I try to do that...
you don't even need to think about it.
Nah, if I try to do that, I would have had like 3 minutes of idle DC time. And Margougou had only 10 seconds, so... well, let's see. Ganji? Oh, no mobs for Ganji.
Scouts opening here.
So will he have scouts in time? Or what do you think? To deny the potential castle?
That's the rough one. It's... more than scouts, I think he needs to get castle and get a knight so he can actually kill the villagers. Like, scouts can delay it, but if Margougou comes forward with 9 villagers with loom, I don't know how he stops it in time.
That's a good point, actually. A knight could be huge here, but Margougou will be in castle age 1 minute and 10 seconds faster, so he will have all the time to try and wall his villagers inside, because if the castle does go up, Ganji might be in trouble. Will all fall in his Mangonel defense, but then Margougou can just go monk, so let's see. That's a lot of villagers going forward. 11 villagers, he's not taking any risks here. He bought 100 stone, and he's going forward, and I don't see a way to deny the castle. Ganji has 2 scouts.
Yeah, those scouts won't be enough.
Yeah. Let's see his point of view. He can see the villagers. Oh, he's placing it on the stone. I love that castle. I love that castle. Probably the best
Yeah,
castle I could have
that's
done.
gonna stop any counter castle that Ganji could do later. He just
Yeah.
needs fletching, and he'll have that one extra tile of range to stop Ganji from being able to mine anything.
Yeah, Margougou can see now the scouts, but he knows that they're not going towards him, so he shouldn't even quick roll, but he's taking no risks. Making sure that those villagers will be safe, and the castle is coming up. Now what? Like, what should Ganji, how should Ganji react to what Margougou did here, to this beautiful castle push?
I feel like the reaction has to involve monks of some kind. We see Margougou going for that monastery.
Well, for now, he's
I don't
going
know what
for-
else.
Yeah.
I don't know what else can fight this. I mean, you could think about going for light cav, which he's doing to fight monks, but then how do you fight organ guns? You can go maybe a knight or two, but they'll get converted. You could try to go for defensive mangonels, but again, the Portuguese can do redemption and try to convert those. So it's just a really tricky situation when you're behind and the castle goes up before you even hit the castle age.
Yeah, I feel like it has to be a siege, and that's what he's doing. I think there is a hole between the stable and the stone wall. Actually, I don't think, I'm quite certain, unless that was a bug. But villagers were passing there, and what's the organ that's go inside? Watch, if Margougou pays attention. Hello? Oh, what? He doesn't have loom? Those villagers melted!
Oh, no loom.
He can go inside, it's open! Hello? Margougou?
Yeah, I think that is open there.
Hello?
It's one of those stables where the graphics just kind of goes past the edge of the selection box on the grid.
Yeah? He didn't even try to click inside. What the hell? Wow, okay, so I feel like the light up were a big mistake. Like, yeah, it will help him snipe the monk. But organs shouldn't be too scared of light up, right? What? He kills a monk. Now we're gonna get a conversion? No. Okay. So now we got 2 mangonels for Ganji for the defense. Going for a monastery. Ooh, he's going for the villagers. Does he know about the villagers? Where's he going?
I think he's just going to try to clean up some of the organ guns in the middle. And he might get a shot on two.
Okay. Good reaction by Margougou, going back on time. He still doesn't know about the villagers. And now Margougou is sending them back. Light cover coming. Let's see. Redemption for Margougou. Redemption will be perfect here. But the light cover will have to snipe the monks, because if not, those mangonels are bye-bye. Oh no. Oh no. Move.
Organ guns are faster than mangonels, so they can run away. But they're still not that fast. They can get caught on wood mines, maybe.
Yeah. And imagine if it was like, what, 2 patches ago? Like, those mangonels would have died so easily.
Yeah, those mangonels would be dead already.
Oh no! One small change and the organs become quite blabbish. That monk, yeah, he got to save it because the monk already lost HP, so he gets one shot by mangonels. He's trying to get that quick conversion, but it's not gonna happen in this step, right? Like,
Yeah, you can't micro monks like that.
yeah. Okay. But stop microing monks! You need time to convert, it doesn't work like that. You cannot stop converting.
This is what we were saying. It felt like Margougou might not be as experienced of an arena player.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh wait, he converted them on else here. Okay. And then another one converted. So who's in a better position right now? Like, what position do you prefer here?
I like Margougou's spot here. I mean, look at the Vil counts. They're still pretty much even after all this time. And he's got the forward castle, he's getting the relics, and he has the organ guns in the map control now.
did you see how Margougou was blocking Ganji's Mangonel from getting his lungs? That was beautiful. And we now got the market coming up for Ganji. So that's either because he wants to buy stone to get the 30C, or he wants to start working on his Imperial Age. Do you think he should try and go to imp, or like a big boom here is what he needs?
Well, I mean, those are his two options, right? He can go imp and maybe try to trub down that castle if he gets a castle of his own, but that's still going to be tricky when he doesn't have access to stone. This might just be a situation where he wants to go like a full castle age defense and try to just get a lot of light cav out.
Look at the disaster on the outside though. Ganji is indeed trying to go for the boom. He's trying to ATC number 3, but the ordnance are there and Ganji is not reacting. He's busy, I don't know, with a converted stable and he lost already 4 villagers and deleting the DC. Ay, that hurt. That hurt.
Yeah, and that's what you want to do against the monk rush. You kind of sneak out the other side and try to get your hidden eco where they're not looking, but as long as you're an experienced monk rush player, you know to be keeping an eye out for that, and Margougou had those organ guns in the right position.
I agree, it was really good move by both. Where did that Mangonel come from? Okay, now Mangonels are getting converted. Oh, that hurts, Ganji, you should have known better. Oh no, now he's trying to get sensitive, he's trying to go monks of his own. Margougou is playing this quite well. Is this the games that indicate that clowning is the way? Because so far, in both games, whoever was monk rushing was winning, right? So, is that the ultimate strategy?
I mean, we had seen light cav kind of being the meta for a long time on Arena now. Do you think the monk rush is making a comeback?
Well, they do need the right hands, and Ganji's hands are definitely right for that. Margougou is proving himself quite a monker as well so far. He has quite high APM, so he can definitely use them. And he's now on the way to Imperial Age, with only 8 villagers behind Ganji, who's not even close to go up to Imp or to have any useful military to stop what Margougou is doing. So I think it's looking great. For the French player, he should go convert the barracks, convert houses, be annoying. Go convert the market even, I would say. Like, that would be sick if he can do that.
Don't convert it. Build your own forward market and trade with it. Just establish your dominance there. He's going for the conversion, and he's in a great spot. Especially as the Portuguese, once you get up, you can add in those Vitorias too, and then your eco just takes a huge leap forward.
Exactly, that's one of the reasons why Portuguese have such a great monk rush. Because usually when you go for this strategy, you have no economy at all, right? And I like this castle. You have no economy. With Portuguese, you go up to Imp, you do 2-3 Vitorias, and then you have economy. And GG cold. GG cold. Wow. What a game.
Oh, beautiful game there from Margougou. Doing pretty much exactly what you want to do with the Portuguese. Get that forward castle and use your monks to control the map.
Yeah.
And nothing Ganji could really do against that there once that castle went up.
His build was really, really good, and he came prepared, and I'm very happy to see that. Very happy. I really hope this tournament will open the eyes of those notorious Arabia players, and some will learn the way of the clown. And maybe we will see these strategies moving to other maps someday. I don't know. Like, well, we already see that sometimes on island and stuff like that. So it will be interesting to see. In any case, thank you so much for it up. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if you're against the Portuguese, do you think it's worth it just to go for that archer opening? I know crossbow is a lot more expensive now, but I think that's the only way you can deny the castle that like quickly enough. I feel like the scouts are just too slow.
Yeah, scouts are also hard to mess, and crossbows should be quite easier because you also could quick wall versus scouts, right? And versus crossbows you cannot do that. Well, I think it's a good idea actually. If you know a forward castle is coming, archers could actually be better than the light cav. I agree actually.
Hook the clown content right into my veins.
Thank you so much for Lando for the 5 months. Let's do the statistic for the game. Military-wise, full death ratio was better for Margougou. He also had more conversions. Ganji did have the better economy, it's more wood and food, but Margougou is more gold and more stone. Ganji is more villagers, but Margougou is more APM. Okay, so let's get ready for game number 3 here. The score is 1-1. Let's check the drafts. I remember Ganji is still having 6 civs. And what's your bet on the next game?
game. I think. Ooh. I feel like Ganji's. He's probably. He monk rushed, then he got beat by a monk rush. He might go Spanish here. And maybe it'll be Spanish against Koreans.
I could see that happening. Yeah. Notice that Gaji is playing like the other way around. Wait, no, Mongol Civ. Never mind. That's Civ number 4 and 5, not 5 and 6 that he used. While Margougou used Civ 2 and 3. So yeah. So far, it's Margougou who's been using his stronger civs, and it's only 1-1, so I guess it's good for Ganji. And they still haven't started, so we got some time here.
It looks like they're in the lobby to me.
Yeah, they're in the lobby. We are about to start. I'm just checking something, some admin stuff. We'll be going to get number 3 soon. No, they still haven't started. So we have still 3 perfect monk civs here: Spanish, Bohemians, and Bengalis. Do you think we're gonna see more monk rushes, or?
Well, with Ganji, I don't think there's a question about that.
Thank you so much, Jacob, for gifting us up to Jacob. What?
The Jacobs gifting each other.
Freaking Jacobs. They have started, so let's go. Game number 3.
All right, and civs are Ethiopians, Magyars.
Ooh, that's very unmonkey of them.
Oh, I guess they'll save the monks for the next game.
Yeah, so this will be the first game without a monk rush, because neither Magyars or Ethiopians get redemption, right? So without redemption, you cannot do
I
monk
believe
rush.
neither of them do. Yeah, no redemption for Ethiopians, and definitely not for Magyars.
So, I mean, Magyar's lack of opening has to be Ethiopian's Spikeman opening. Like each seed will play to their bonuses, I guess.
Yeah, that would make sense. It feels kind of weird just to go pikeman though, if you're not gonna like follow it up with some type of monk rush. But I mean, you could just try to. Sometimes you can get away with just making spears into those free pikemen and collect the relics without needing to do your own scouts. Like you might not in the long run be able to fight for all 5 of them, but you can probably sneak 2 or 3 with less of an investment.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we will see. I mean, like the dream will be to go to post imp or late imp and to see the micro between halbs and siege onagers with stores and engine, to of archers and Magyar hussars. That would be something.
Yeah, I always get that feeling of if you're the siege civ versus the Magyars, you're in a great position until the gold runs out, and then all of a sudden they have this trash unit that can snipe off your expensive siege units.
Not only when the gold runs out. Like Magyar hussars are one of the most annoying units in the game. Like they need 2 hits basically, and you lose the siege onagers. So it's super annoying to play against. But let's see, we are in game number 3 here. Margougou in red with the Magyars, Ganji in blue with Ethiopians. They are quite close to each other. So who's it better for? I guess for Ethiopians, right?
Yeah, I feel like this is a matchup where the Ethiopian player wants to be aggressive, but it's kind of a weird civ to be aggressive with on arena. They're usually more of that late game torsion engines, heavy siege type of civ that doesn't have the great monks.
Yeah. Well, but I don't know. I personally love Ethiopians. Magyars are they're kind of a dark noobsy. Like they're perfect for stalling the game for like.
Oh, I've seen Dark Noob play a 4-hour game, Magyars versus Slavs, which I guess are kind of a similar civ to Ethiopians in
Exactly.
regards of having the good siege.
Yeah, you just camp with the
And
cav
it's one of
archers.
those games. Yeah, you camp with the cav archers, you snipe the siege with the hussars, and eventually the map runs out of wood.
Yeah, and you'll watch your opponent die slowly, lose his joy of life, and eventually they resign. So that's why Magyars are quite good here. But let's see the maps. Map of Ganji is the main goal. Couldn't have been better. That's an amazing main goal. While the stone and gold is like the secondary goal. Do we have a re? Somebody read the handbook. Why does he want a re? Oh, built his wall? There is no
He
re.
made one tile of wall,
This is
but that doesn't really matter.
this is not 2017 Margougou when we had restarts in tournaments. What actually happened to him? I don't. Did he just delete the wall and that's it?
I think that's it.
Oh, that's nice.
He's one of those newer players. He's not used to the days when you'd have to delete the wall to lure your boars in.
Yeah. Yeah. He's even like he's very new on Google, I think, right? He's even like did he start on D? Maybe I think that's even
That's what I've heard.
possible. That's insane, actually, to start on D. Like there are guys like me who plays this from zone days from like
Zone
AOC,
days, yeah.
and we still are not that good. So yeah, it's really impressive. Quite talented then. So yeah, his map is well, both have horrible maps, actually identical. Both have perfect main gold, but horrible main stone and secondary gold.
Everything else is forward.
Yeah,
And the relics may be slightly in favor of Ganji. He does have one that's like right outside of his walls on the left side. The other four are kind of in the middle.
yeah, I agree. I mean, well, the one to the right of Ganji is also quite better for him, and all the relics are better for Ganji. I would say except
Yeah, it kind
maybe
of feels
this
like
one
that.
in the middle here. So yeah. Um, let's see what we are going to do here on Google. Gonna add more villagers. Ganji could have been up already. He's up now. 24 villagers. Notice he's not on gold. He's not on stone. So that means that he is actually, I don't know. It could be anything. He can just add a barracks. He doesn't need to collect gold, right? He's Ethiopian, he gets it for free when he advances to the next stage. 100 gold. So
Yeah, that's the nice thing about the Ethiopians. You have such a smooth build. Not only do you get the free resources, but you don't need to spend 100 wood on that mining camp.
Yeah.
And you don't need to spend all that vil time mining the gold.
Yeah, the downside of that is that if you don't go on gold, you will only have 100 gold to do a monk in castle each, right? You can only do one monk. So if you lose that monk, your monastery will be for nothing, right? If you don't get a single relic even. So I'm
Yeah,
not sure if
I
that's
mean,
a great
sometimes you
idea.
can try to sell some resources to get that second monk out, but it's always kind of awkward to do that.
Yeah. Let's see, we got the barracks coming up from Margougou, that makes sense. He's gonna go for the scouts. Yar's got great scouts with extra attack, and they're cheaper, I know that now, guys. So yeah.
Yeah, yes, their scouts are cheaper.
Market blacksmiths for Ganji. I guess the only question that is left is if he will add barracks before while going up to Castle Age or not.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense to do that if you want to get those pikemen out as the Ethiopians, and you know you're against the civ that's likely going for scouts, and is at an up timing that usually indicates scouts.
Yeah. I agree. Okay, so Ganji on the way to Castle Age. going for a barracks indeed. So yeah, he's gonna mix in some pikemen. Oh yeah, that's a good point, Resno. Actually, when we have a feedback channel on the tournament Discord, right? And Margougou sent a message when we just started the tournament asking to make the map start without the back wall, because he always deletes the front walls. And that's what happened here when he was deleting the back wall. So sorry, Margougou, for not granting your request, but but yeah, you should just check.
That's a tricky thing to do in the map scripts, to be fair.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You basically have to place an invisible unit on top of the rocks in the back of the base, or on top of the walls in the back of the base, so that the walls don't spawn.
Oh.
And that's why you see sometimes these maps have rocks on them in the back, because they're covering up the walls.
Okay, interesting. But well, some players actually do like the back walls because they use it like as a second barrier if they get military in their base and stuff like that.
Yeah, right. Like those cav archers that got into Ganji's base in game 1, right?
And got trapped. Okay, so Ganji is gonna go for a barracks. And he's planning to do his second TC on the gold. So he's assuming, okay, if I lose my monk, I will at least have a TC on gold. I'll already have gold miners. So we'll be able to do more monks. He has 4 pikemen getting boso. While Margougou sending 2 villagers to do what? A monastery, I guess? Yeah. And he will do the light upgrade if he will have the food for that. Let's see.
He does have 9 farmers, so he should be able to get the food for that pretty quickly.
Yeah. I mean, the question is, does he want to do that or not? Because he still has no idea what Ganji is doing, and upgrading light when you are kind of blind, or at least you don't know what your opponent is doing, is sometimes not the greatest, because it could be a waste of resources. But now he should see
and he sees that market too.
Yeah.
I think if you see the market, that's indication they're probably, maybe going for that boom.
Does the lack of matters that much for the Magyars? Oh, he's doing that. I mean, you're not gonna fight pikemen anyway, right? So you only want Lycav to snipe monks easier, but no, with X-ray attack it doesn't really matter. You still don't two-shot the monk, right? So Lycav should be nice.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And it might even be like it's gonna slow the scouts down ever so slightly. It might actually be a bad upgrade in some situations, like if you're not gonna fight the pikemen directly.
That was a bad micro by Ganji, but you are right. I think it was, well, actually, you know what? It's harder, even if it's Magyar scout, it's still hard to snipe monk with only scout and not light cov. So I think it's an okay upgrade. Now he has a monk forward, I'm not sure what he's trying to do. And Ganji still doesn't have enough gold to do a monk, only now he got enough. So yeah, that's exactly what we were talking about. Oh no, wait, he got a monk, never mind, I'm an idiot. Okay.
Yeah, but he has only 1 monk. He did have to delay more monks, though. He does have the TC on the gold, which helps out, but definitely will be behind in the monk numbers for now.
We're getting sent. Margougou. Wait, oh my god, I missed that. Margougou actually opened double monastery as Magyars.
He really wants those relics.
Is he an honorary clown right now? What the hell is that? I don't think any clown ever opened with double monastery with Magyars. That's weird. But I love it, personally. Okay. Double monastery sensitive with Magyars.
Now Ganji also has to contend with that bear. The spearman gets converted and the bear keeps going after him.
And he killed the scout, and now Ganji has no way to snipe monks. He has only pikemen. And pikemen are... You don't bring pikemen to a monk war, right? Like, it's not a good weapon. So...
No, you don't.
Yeah, it is looking great for Margougou actually is opening. I don't see Ganji picking up a single relic except the one that he has.
Yeah, and even the one that I looked at first as being super close to him, Margougou is able to get.
And the monks are gonna go down. And I think he can just take a fight. Yeah. Wow.
And clean the pikemen.
Wow. One military left for Ganji. Margougou with 13. That pikeman is not gonna be the savior. Gonna go down to Wilbur. So now Ganji just focus on booming, I guess. That's his only way.
I guess there's not much he can do, right? I mean, he's lost the map control. Can't really move out with all those light cabs still alive.
Yeah. Well, Margougou is doing 40c boom at the back, and I'm not sure I like the contenders in the north, like those two WTCs right next to each other, would have done one on gold. But okay, getting a blacksmith up. I really like how Margougou is playing that. I would have invited him to CL if CL was still a thing. Maybe true CL will take him so. So let's see. Portuguese workshop even, he's gonna be aggressive and we gotta pose. Oh no. Oh no.
That's where Margougou is asking for a second.
So whose position do you
Only a
prefer?
10 vil difference after all of that, too.
It's still something. I mean, 10 villagers plus Wilbur, who just now kicked in.
Yes.
And the wood upgrade, too.
Yeah. Batman Google got 41 relics. So whose position do you
And
prefer?
much less EC idle time, too. I think this is a good spot for Margougou.
Okay.
Magyars with all those relics. You know, if the game goes really long, and he can keep those relics in the back of his base and get those Magyar Hussars out, I think it's going to be tough for Ganji really to finish him off, even if he does manage to get a push somehow.
Yeah, that's true, but Ethiopians are still deadly. Like you need really good micro to be able to deal with halves and siege onagers. So we will see. It's the early imp I highly favor Ethiopians. But let's see what Margougou can do here. We got the defensive siege workshop coming up for Ganji. Both will bring mangonels here. Still doing pikemen, both on off of Margougou a bit late, but not the end of the world. So like, what should Margougou do now? Like, be annoying with some siege and try to go to imp, I guess, or maybe delay like the villager production and try to now forward a castle in this area where he's pushing from. If he was on stone, but he's not on stone, so that's not an option. Not even sure.
Yeah, forward castle against Ethiopians is tricky because they can get the bombard cannons out to fight it off, even if they lose their stone access for trebs.
That's true.
I mean, it could be good against Ganji though. I mean, that's his main stone forward, and already pressured by the mangonels. But maybe Margougou can do enough damage here with mangonels that he doesn't really need the castle.
Good mangonel micro by both so far. Dancing, not shooting, but dancing. Yeah, now shooting. That was nice. Ganji weighs more farmers though. He's 35 to 26, so his imp should be faster, considering both are on 40 on centers. Now good mangonel micro by Ganji, but also from Margougou. So it's even, both are playing good. Second barracks, okay. Still doing pikemen. Do you think
I'll
maybe
bring more pikemen to a mangonel fight.
Do you think maybe Margougou should add a couple of ranges now and mess some cavarches before going to in for map control? Because if Ganji messes enough pikemen, he can clean everything basically. Not too many monks. Well, we have 5 monks.
I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea, especially looking at the resources. He has a lot of wood and gold that he's floating right now. And it gives you a unit to add in that's not going to take away from the food you're spending on your villagers.
Yeah, exactly. But look at the resources of Ganji. Ganji is on the way to Imperial Age. He is clicking up now with 104 villagers. Margougou is low on food. He's not close to go up yet, unless he clicked already, but he didn't. So now what for Ganji? Wait for Imp and try to go half onagers, I guess. That was close.
That would make sense. Or even just Hal Bombard Cannon. That's a lot of mangonels out for Margougou, but they're not really going to scale all that well as the Magyars.
Does he even get on? Should he? Does he get onager?
Yeah, they get onager.
I mean-
It's only Huns and Turks that don't get onager.
Yeah. Okay. I guess the chance of like seeing Magyars going onagers is quite slim, but that's why I don't think I ever saw Magyars going onagers.
Yeah, well, they do have siege engineers, so it's not like they have bad onagers. They just don't get siege onager.
Okay. He's adding more barracks, university, so yeah, Hald and onagers indeed. For Ganji, getting pikeman upgrade, Margougou going for the gold outside. University still not going up. He did increase his farming economy, so he's on 41 farmers right now. But not... well, he's actually close to go up, but still not there.
We're getting some Shotel warriors from Ganji here.
I heckin' love shovels. Like, that's one of my more favorite units in the game. They look heckin' cool with their big swords.
Yeah, that they do. And they're pretty fast. They can close in on the monks. Nice quick wall there from Margougou.
Yeah? Okay, but on the two conversions, nice. Some ground attack, nice. Now after conversion, he can kill all the pikemen, maybe. Sick.
Oh.
Sick again. Again. No. Okay, but those Magnell should go down, right? He'll need some exceptional micro
should.
here. Yeah,
Nice split there on the Shotels.
They die so fast, those shuttles destroy them. Okay, we got conscription and chemistry for Ganji. We are getting archery ranges being built by Margougou and his messings of archers, bloodlines, fletching, ballistics. So yeah, that's exactly the compositions you were talking about, right?
Yeah, it's just going to be tricky if Ganji's able to get onager.
Exactly, for that,
There's the
I
helm
mean,
upgrade too.
would you try and open light, not like a, but a Hussar with Cavarchers? Or will you try to commit to Magyar Hussars despite having only one castle?
I think you can do both. I feel like there's
think
room
so.
to add in both units.
Okay, personally, like, I hate doing more than one type of unit, so thinking about 3 types of units makes me sick. But that's only me. I don't have the APM for so many types of units. Okay, oh no, the Lycan are coming! That is the good micro by Margougou so far, but why is he killing villagers and not the Mangonel? His Lycan is there. Oh my god, and now he's doing skirmishers. Why skirmishers? We got already...
Yeah, skirmishers will not be helpful here.
Heck, I love skirmishers. Got first trap out already for Ganji, doing the second castle. We are getting big curve bow for Margougou, so his Cavarchers will get some extra range here. Second castle is up. That's a really good castle for Ganji, and it will defend all of his traps. That's the only castle of Margougou, so yeah, that's not looking too great for him.
Castle's also right on top of all of those archery ranges, so
yeah.
all the cav archer production will be hit as soon as they pop out.
That's true. That's why maybe once he has a blacksmith, well, now he has a blacksmith not doing anything. Fletching and ballistics, if possible, could be great for Ganji. But let's see. Onager is coming right on time. In 10 seconds, the Cavarchers are coming. He tried to micro. He's trying to micro. I don't like that. What is he trying to achieve with those Cavarchers? And now we have Onager.
And that castle looks like it's going to go down. No more stone for repairing.
Well, he does have stone. He just doesn't want to repair it. Because there's just no way. So maybe he wants
You're just standing there with the villagers.
He wants to save the stone up to do a castle at home, I guess. Or what happened to the stone? No, he just sold the stone. Never mind, I take it back. I guess he wants to get heavy Cavarcher. Yeah, that's why he sold the stone.
This is where he would need those Magyar Hussars to pick off the onagers, but
yeah,
not going to be able to get to them.
Basically, if Magyars cannot do Magyar Hussars, if they don't have castles for that, they are like budget Huns.
Yeah, they just die so hard to siege if they don't have those Magyar Hussars.
Exactly. Just like Huns, they are useless against Halbesto. And that was perfect by Ganji to kill that castle as soon as possible and to attack as soon as possible, not allow Margougou any margin to breathe and get some more defensive castles and get us the composition that he wants. And now it's looking up to impossible. Oh, that was... how did he miss it? It's looking very impossible.
I was waiting for a big shot there. We get one. He has siege engineers now, so it's easier to micro.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, he's trying, but it's so much harder with lifetime. Oh my god, good micro by Ganji. And... you know what's the best after we are done with this game? What's the nicest thing that is happening? We will have only Spanish and Bohemians left for Ganji.
Yeah, it's gotta be monk civs then.
Yeah, we'll definitely get some clowning after this one. Great castle by Ganji on the right side. Gonna get those 19 villagers at first. Mining that gold, sneaky villagers.
Oh, yeah.
And
Margougou just trying to move out. Right, he lost the gold at the front of his base and he's gonna be losing his relics now. He's been trying to go to those other ones, but Ganji's making the outposts in all the right locations to get complete vision of the map and track down those villagers.
yeah, exactly. Those outposts are sick for Ethiopians. So yeah, Margougou will have only how much gold he has here at the back of his base? 1k gold left. That's it. After that, no more gold income for him. He lost 3 different mining camps right now, and the relics. That's and siege onagers. Siege onagers for Ganji. This is looking very, very over.
Absolutely. And this looks like it's all but inevitable at this point that Ganji's gonna push in.
I thought Ganji was gonna kill his own halves. Or trebs.
Or was the treb?
I want to see Torsen engine, so I heckin' love Torsen engine. This is
You have siege onager on the way, so that should be the next upgrade.
Good micro but Margougou so snapping another onager, but how long will he keep micro like this? One good shot and well,
Yeah, he's been doing a good job so far.
yeah, a really good job.
A lot of dead onagers.
Wow. Now lose one now on the right side, one light cam. Okay. But still, this is just a matter of time now, right?
Well, this is where it gets so hard for the Magyars just to be finished off. It's just their cav archers, it's hard to kill them with the extra range. They just kind of sit so far away, they pick off your halves, they dodge the onager shots, and as long as they don't go down, Margougou still has at least a way to hold on and drag the game out longer.
It's a perfect darkness, dude. Look at those sneaky villagers on the right side, just outside of the range of the castle, mining the one pile of gold. Okay, yeah. Well, don't leave the traps hanging like that. Oh my god, seriously? Gonna lose 2 traps? Probably.
Yeah, well, look at the populations. Still pretty close, slightly in favor for Margougou.
Yeah, but what's the winning condition for Margougou here? Like, you can maybe hold a bit longer, but how do you win?
I think his win condition is this game needs to be probably about 3 hours long. He needs to find a way to get another castle in the back of his base and get some Magyar Hussars eventually.
We don't have time for that. This is script tournament and we have Tato versus Winchester in 30 minutes, so it's just impossible. Great micro by Margougou, and as soon as I say that, big Baba Boom here. Okay. Market in the middle, we got some shuttles killing villagers in the north. Margougou still microing, but...
He's just gonna micro as long as he can.
He's
He's going for the forward market.
That's weird. Thank you so much, Barkovsky, for the 5 months, you delight. Oh, here we come. Here we go. Towards an engine for
There we are.
Ganji. That's a lovely upgrade. I love Towards an engine.
What it makes the Onagers really good at is sniping off all those light cav and melee units that try to run in on them.
Yeah. I can get 6 shots with that now. Oh yeah, let's see the difference that it will make. Oh, that's the difference! That's what I was talking about. Great shot here.
Exactly like that.
Well, Ganji is messing his military. Margougou realized that he needs to build his walls once again, trying to micro. Thank you so much for read for the 3 months. Let's see, he needs to dodge those shots. The shuttles are still killing everything. And now it's looking... Well, we have been saying that for a while now. Where is Ganji going? Margougou has a stone for a castle. I don't know where he should do it. Maybe between the stone and gold, where the market is.
I think if you're Margougou and you want to build a castle, it just has to be at the back of your base somewhere that's really safe.
Yeah, he does have a lot of idols there that he can use to build a castle. Problem for Ganji is that he doesn't have too many siege onagers. At least not at the front. Now we got the reinforcement coming. And Ganji just bought a castle to finish the game. He wants to finish the game. And if that castle goes up, the game is finished. Because he also kind of covers 3 of the relics. Oof, that siege onager shot again.
And he's still trying to land a big siege onager shots. But that's the thing. You put these cav archers on their spread formation, and they don't go as forward as the other one, as other civs would have to.
Oh, that was big. Yeah, GG called.
As GG.
Well, it was a long time coming, but we saw this happening like from the start. Magyars will struggle against this composition, and without Magyar Hussars, it's very, very hard to stop.
Yeah. That first castle from Margougou was kind of on the side of his map, trying to control those extra resources. I wonder if it would have been better just to put that first one even back towards the top of his base. And, you know, just try to keep it alive so you can make those hussars for picking off the onagers. It's still a tough matchup.
Yeah, I agree. If he could have gotten like 2-3 castles, tried to mess up Magyar Hussars, could have been different. Dark Noob could show him some. Anyway, thank you so much, Benji, for the prime. Appreciate that a lot. So let's see statistics. We got more military for Ganji. Kill death ratio was better for him. Economy-wise, wow, so much better for Ganji with way more wood, more food, more gold, more stone. And, wow, Margougou with more villagers, but still much worse economy. More APM for Margougou, and yeah. 2-1, Ganji is 1 victory away from facing Nikov in the deciders. So let's see.
And well, we still do have Bengalis left for Margougou. This could be a monk war.
But I feel like Bengalis are perfect to monk rush with against civs that do not have a tournament. Because you lose all your advantage, like the bonus is irrelevant if it's a monk war, right? You don't need armor in a monk war. So yeah.
Yeah, I guess not. It does help with the scout a bit, but
yeah, exactly.
But still have a good eco for it with the extra villagers.
That's true. Let's see the options that we have. So we just saw the Ethiopians. We need to get some Magyars. We got Bohemians, Spanish, and Mongols left versus Bengalis, Hindustanis, and Koreans. I need 1 second so entertain them viewers.
All right. So Koreans could be an interesting pick as they can kind of function as a counter monk rush civ if they go for a guard tower defense. Having that free upgrade lets you just add in a few towers around your base, and usually that's enough to stop any type of monk and mangonel pressure. But you still have to worry about a forward castle drop, which is something the Spanish could definitely do, and even Bohemians could do. Even with Hussite wagons not quite as powerful as maybe people thought they were when they first came out. Check on where the players are. All right. Well, they have launched into the game. We have about 75 seconds left on the spec delay, and we have our Civ matchup. It's going to be Bohemians for Ganji and Koreans for Margougou. So potential here. Well, two interesting late game civs. Bohemians, of course, can go for the Hufnitze. I don't know how effective they are, but when Koreans upgrade their keeps fully, they actually have the same range as the Hufnitze, so it can be tricky to micro to pick them off, even if you do have a few cannons out.
I'm back.
All right.
So let's see. Have they
And
started?
they're
They have
going.
started. Yeah, let's go. And what do we have? Bohemians,
Bohemians,
Koreans.
Koreans.
Wow, wow. Is there any chance for Koreans here?
I mean, they have to go towers at some point, I think, to counter monks, and then just hope that Ganji doesn't make the timing work out perfectly with Hufnitze.
Yeah, I feel like if Koreans has any chance, they do need a lot of those towers. But let's see if Ganji will go for the sick monk rush. He will struggle here, Mr. Margougou. And let's go into game number 4 and see what we got here. So Ganji in blue. Quite a bad map, so that could be good for Margougou with for the towers. Stone and gold both forward, only secondary gold is at the back. And while Margougou, also bad map, so it's even. Both have forward stone and gold.
Yeah, not pretty for either of them.
But at least the relics are quite nice for Ganji, right? Especially with Bohemians.
Yeah, once again.
But yeah,
He's basically got 3 of them right by his walls.
Yeah, and one in between them, so only one relic is better for Margougou. That's huge for Ganji, and we got a pause.
Oh, we have some bot packs from the spec dashboard. Margougou has lost 47,610 buildings.
Oh, that's a lot of buildings. Margougou says sack tech tree. Do we disqualify for that?
I mean, he picked the Civ, right? He should know what they can do.
Freaking Margougou, man. Freaking Margougou. Yes. We should disqualify for that.
Well, I mean, Koreans, they build towers. What else do you need to know about them?
Sorry, what did you say again? I wasn't focused for a second.
I was saying, what else do you need to know about Koreans other than they just build towers and they get the free upgrades?
Yeah, well, they do get the 6 unique units, so that's something. And they do get the Archer armor, so that's also something. And but what can they do against Bohemians? Like, actually, I know what they can do. They stop the monks with towers, right?
That's what I'm thinking. Like, if Ganji goes for a monk rush, like Koreans usually have the tools to deal with that with the guard towers.
Yeah, that's why I think that if Ganji monk rushes, it shouldn't be like Castle Age monk rush, but it has to be fasting with traps to kill the towers.
Yeah, it has to be that Imperial Age monk rush.
I mean, you could go for the Arabia meta and go for chemistry crossbow in Castle Age Kappa. But yeah, I think fasting monk's traps would be the best for him here.
It's interesting to play the bombard cannon civ against the Koreans because when the Koreans upgrade their keeps fully, they actually have the same range as the cannons or Hufnitze do. So it can still be tricky to get in the right position with the cannons to pick them off in those situations where you don't have a huge number of cannons.
Yeah. Well, that's why fast team should be quite a good idea here, because like it will be hard to get fully upgraded towers defending a fast team. So let's see if Ganji will go for that. I guess we can find out with his uptime. He now has 7 villagers queued. I don't think he will go up with 28 villagers. So let's see when he will dequeue them.
Yeah, that is a lot of hills. Is he doing the just put a whole bunch of hills queued at once thing to make your opponent think you've clicked up?
Yeah, it's the Draken strategy. Okay. He's still not going up. Okay, now he's gonna go up. There's some idols that he's fixing. And Ganji, up we go. Up with 24 villagers. Got on gold. Okay, so that doesn't look like the best team prep strategy we're talking about. Because, well, he could always go on stone
like
later.
Yeah, it looks like a fairly just standard build if you want to go for a boom. Honestly, it doesn't really look like it's slow enough where you're going to be adding that stable in, but maybe you could still try to do it.
Yeah. Margougou is up with 1 villager more, with 25. I mean, Bohemians do get the stone and gold upgrades for free, right? So it's easier to collect stone wisdom later on if you really want to. You can send a couple of villagers upon reaching castle age, and it will not take too long to get enough castle for a stone. So he can open with gold and go to stone later to get the castle.
He could. I mean, you could also just go purely for a monk rush. Another situation where you might delete those forward walls to put the monasteries there.
It's possible. We already seen that. While Margougou opening with the barracks. So what's your bet? Archers or light?
I'm probably going to be light cav. I mean, archers would be interesting in case Ganji were to come forward for some type of castle.
Yeah, look what he's doing already,
But
Ganji. More on gold. That's gonna be a monk rush.
That's going to be monks.
Actually,
I feel like the archers themselves are not good against the pure monk rush, though.
yeah, especially I just want to say that Korean archers are even worse, right? Like they're horrible to stop a monk rush because they actually get the armor upgrades for free, and then if they get converted, it's harder to kill them. So that's actually a nerf for the archers, for the Koreans against monks. So let's see. Ganji.
Stable market.
The Repar build. Okay. Looks how far the back he did the stable, so he knows that the monks can come in and maybe convert. Maybe that was his reasoning for that back stable. But let's see.
Yeah, well, if he does scout the monk rush, I'd think he would want to go for stone just to get a couple of guard towers up.
Exactly, and that would be the first move he will have to do upon spotting the monk rush. The question is, will Ganji go forward to do the monasteries, or he will delete the walls as you said, or even do them all the way at home, like...
I mean, if you delete those walls, you're so close you don't even really need to go that far forward.
Yeah, they're quite close to each other, like on the corner, 2 monasteries will be sick. Actually, there are 2 relics, 3 relics, they're waiting to be picked up, so...
Nice relic position.
Let's see if we'll get a scout war here. I mean, no, Margougou is waiting for reinforcement. He will get it now. No, Ganji's going back. Okay. Is Margougou trash talking my map? Should we spank him?
I think Ganji might spank him with some monk conversions.
Yeah, that
He is going for the monks.
He's doing them just outside of the scout range. Yes, that's a nice move by Ganji. Margougou has no idea what's coming. Now he could see them with on reaching Castle Edge. Got a bit more line of sight. And yeah, he can see that
And there he sees them.
Yeah. Okay. Has been warning in cup. And I love Ganji's reaction, seeing the scout, so he's instantly adding a barracks. He is Bohemian, so he gets a nice pikeman, a spearman with extra bonus damage, right?
Yep.
So
So pretty
that's,
good at picking off those scouts or light cap if they coming to snipe off the monks.
yeah. So let's see. Margougou needs a light cap upgrade. Like, without light cap, he will really struggle with the Bohemian monks. We already got Sensitivity incoming for Ganji. Should do Fair Ward too, to get that small boost for his economy, for his villagers. Oh, but look at that. Ganji already has a second TC at home. So that's not gonna be a full commitment into Monk Rush. He's gonna do economy behind this.
Yeah, and it's going to be that 2 monastery barracks play where he doesn't do the stable for scouts, but just goes for the barracks to get out a few spearmen, and then tries to use the monks to collect the relics while booming it home.
Yeah. So Ganji gonna pick up that relic, but Margougou is already picking up a relic in the middle, so that would be at least 2 relics for Margougou, so that's more than we anticipated here, right?
Oh, he puts it down to convert, and he's trying to block. He's doing a great job of blocking.
Yeah,
That was absolutely perfect scout micro there from Margougou. Just blocked every movement Ganji tried to make. And that might actually mean he can get 3 or 4 relics even.
Yeah, he's going for the relic first. I like that a lot. And Ganji has no scout to kill the monks. What? What is he doing? Oh, he's being greedy.
He's going for the super far one.
Yeah, he
Oh,
wants
the
a
bear's gonna
both.
help him out.
Bear beats Battlestar Galactica, but grabs the relic and run. Run, you fool. Okay, a
And he's gonna get
tournament?
both of
Oh
them.
man. Oh man. Okay, that monk is gonna be converted 100%. Right?
But there are still 5 scouts out here. It's only 2 spearmen. The scouts should be able to take this fight, right?
Yeah, the
If he
scouts
gets the
should
conversion.
kill everything. He converted one of the spearmen. Let's see. Will he even get a conversion? Two? Well, I mean, it wasn't the worst for Ganji. Could have been much, much worse. Both lost a lot. Lulu basically lost everything, you could say. He has now the faster light cap compared is the faster scout compared to the light cap, so he should kill both. He should, but yeah, he should get both. Nice.
Oh, when he gets
Okay.
it stops running.
Yeah, that was good.
Well, that is now 2 relics there for Margougou, and still 2 more out there on the right-hand side for them to fight over.
Should be 3-2 for the French player, let's see. Unless that one gets sniped, like we're trying to blocking, nice blocking by Margougou, but that's a dead one, and let's see if he can get the conversion. Will Margougou yell insta? No. Okay, but grabs the relic Ganji. Is he gonna snipe that monk too? Look at Ganji trying to hide. Trying to hide.
in the
I'm a
forest.
tree. I'm a tree. The spearman is there to defend. Dead monk. Oh, but the Lycan were trapped. Oh no.
Yeah, nice trap there from Ganji. Some dead scouts.
Do you think it was intentional? I don't think so. But oh well.
That monk, he did his best to hide in the forest.
Yeah.
In Age of Empires 1, there was that cheat unit that turned into a tree whenever it was standing still. I bet the monk wishes he was one of those.
Really? When did that happen? I never seen that. Like, is it a DC?
It was an archer unit. It's when it was walking or attacking, it had the graphics of an archer, but when it was standing still, it had the graphics of a tree.
Sick. Okay. So that should be, yeah, 3-2 for Ganji with the relics, which is not ideal if you open monks. And Margougou, well, 4 villagers behind, getting wheelbarrow. Both are getting wheelbarrow. Now finally fair war for Ganji.
Look at all that idle time for Ganji too.
a
the
lot of idle
TCs.
TC time. Yeah, it could have been much more ahead here. We got TC number 4 incoming for Margougou at home. So if we go to Imp and Monks are irrelevant, like what's the compositions that we're going to see here? Halb Hufnitzer versus what? I assume Halb Hufnitzer.
I would assume Halb Hufnitzer versus Halb Cannon with some type of towers from the Koreans too.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Like I don't know what else Koreans do. Like they go Arbalest, they get tracked by Hufnitzer. They go War Wagons, they get tracked by anything. They go Halbs, they get tracked by hand carriers. Like not looking too great for Margougou here. I'm not sure what he will do. Well, Ganji now finished handcart and he's ready to go up to Imperial Age. Pashina
His
University.
resources are right there. Yeah, I feel like whatever the Koreans do, it's going to come down to can they keep the monks away from converting their siege. I think the towers can be a great way of doing that. But still, it's tricky to figure out this matchup when the early imp monk transition is so smooth for the Bohemians, especially if Ganji is able to do university and maybe do jihaz and chemistry on his way up.
Yeah, he should actually get chemistry SAP before he hits. Yeah, he's getting it, so he would have chemistry upon reaching imp, so he'll be able to do cannons instantly, and that's good, but he has only one monk, so I don't think he's even gonna... Well, maybe he will add some more monks later, so it's possible. I don't think he has redemption yet, right? So not be able to help.
It's only going to be a 1 minute difference in imp timings here. Margougou clicking up 2, and also doing loom. So thinking about maybe trying to take some more map control, and he is pretty heavy on stone.
Yeah, he's gone
He
forward
could see a
already.
castle here.
Well, he has only 350 stone, so either he's bad at math or he's gonna buy stone.
Or he's just going to do towers. He could do that
That's
too.
possible. That's possible because he's getting fletching. But no, he's getting an archery range.
He does need at least one castle for that unique tech for the extra tower range, but other than that, keeps are a pretty great unit. They get upgraded for free for the Koreans,
Yeah.
and then he just needs the blacksmith upgrades.
Yeah. He's getting ranges. Oh, and Ganji got skirmishers, so I think he loves another skirmisher war. Come on. Bohemian skirmishers, not like this. Not like this. University coming up on Google. We got Imperial Age for Ganji. Getting second siege workshop, and he's already working on the cannons. 33 farmers compared to 36 from Margougou. And the castle is coming at home. By Margougou, not at home, but far in the back, not a forward castle.
Yeah, it's a safe castle guarding the stone and the gold on the outside of his base there.
So, like, are we really gonna see skirmisher war here? Or what? Ooh, Ufnitsa.
It's something you see pretty often when you get into these bombard cannon wars, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Neither civ really has good cavalry, so it's not like you need a arbalest at any point to pick off the cav.
Yeah, but you want to snipe cannons, you want to snipe, I don't know, even onagers. Skirmishers are bad for that, while arbalests are so much better. And we are getting now crossbow from Margougou, so that's something. We got a cannon taking out all the monks. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, that was painful. But at this stage of the game, monks for Koreans really aren't all that useful without redemption.
Yeah, well, but still, monks are fun to have, right? They are always nice to heal your military if you don't get the heal bug. They are also being able to, like, obviously not in this game, but like even if you got a paladin sieve or something like that, converting 3 paladins could be like a fight changing even, so it's That's not the case here. We got Yup Song incoming for Margougou. Okay.
And of course, that will give +2 range for the towers, and he already has all of the archer line blacksmith upgrades. So when he builds towers, they will be at their max range, but maybe a bit late now that Ganji already has out 4 Hoofnitze.
And he's indeed doing tower. One tower next to Ganji's walls, gonna take down that gold. Don't really understand the tower next to the castle. I guess it's a tower to defend the castle, kinda, cause tower has quite a good range. Now skirmishers from Margougou too, guys. Are you not entertained by skirmishers? Best unit in the game. Here we got cannons versus
I mean,
Hoofnitze.
even if he did just like the Arb line or even hand cannoners, he could put them in the towers to help fire back.
That's true.
Skirmishers don't really add any more arrows.
Yeah. And that's why they are the worst. Yeah, I would love to see more Hoofnitze for Ganji. He's adding 2 more right now. Getting siege engineers. Should go and snap the siege workshop, I guess. No, he wants a tower. He wants a tower first to be able to exit goal, but he needs 2 micro. Good micro savings at 1 cannon. And yeah. Good micro. Oh, and as soon as I say that, Ganji loses a cannon. So who's better in the dodgeball?
Yeah, now it comes down to one of those cannon wars where you're just microing cannons back and forth and occasionally shooting at the skirmishers too.
Oh man, imagine booming for 30 minutes just to go skirmishers.
Yeah, sometimes they're the best unit in the game.
That's true, and that makes me sad. Oh, the Hoofnitze shot! Ooh, careful! The siege engineers incoming for Margougou. Villager numbers are about the same. Margougou has a small lead here of 4 villagers. Final armor for Ganji skirmishers, so they're gonna be fully upgraded. Getting 1 cannon down, but oh, losing Hoofnitze to the castle.
Running into the castle is painful.
So like, what will spy things up here? Like, what unit can you add? Like, Korean hussars are absolutely useless.
I think this is just bombard cannons. Like, neither civ really has another unit to transition to other than their archery range, but there's so many skirms out it's hard to get either hand cannons or arbs working.
Yeah, so it's weird, like, Bohemians also don't get hussars, right? And they lack the final armor for the light, because they're also quite bad, so most civ have a bad scout line. And now Margougou is dancing with skirmishers, dodging the shots and sniping Hoofnitze. That was nice, but the castle is gonna go down. The castle is going down, the castle is down. Okay, that's good for Ganji.
Yeah, I wonder if Ganji ever is tempted to add in a few more monks here just to try to put even more pressure on those cannons. It's a lot harder to play dodgeball if monks are converting you.
Yeah, he definitely should add some monks, I would say. He could even start thinking about trash monks, right? Bohemians do get the trash monks. Even though I would say at the start it's better gold to use gold, right? Because he's at a position where he doesn't have too much food, and if he does, he's using it for villagers, and well, not anymore villagers, but he's using it for skirmishers. And now the forward castle. Look at the score; it's looking bad.
Yeah, it's looking like Ganji's gonna move on to face Nikov. And there's the GG.
Yeah, GG. And what's the fake GG? Okay, Margougou is now learning.
He wants to learn.
Margougou is all about learning arena. Yeah. Ganji's teaching him, look at that. Don't tell your secrets, Ganji. You gotta hide them from Nikov. Good luck next. Yeah. GG, well played. Ganji with the victories 3-1. I did love Margougou's Portuguese game, and he had some decent games. So yeah, that was his his Masters of Arena, his first arena tournament, and I think he did quite well.
Yeah, as you said, that was a very well executed Portuguese game. Other than that, it feels like Ganji won most of the Civ matchups
Yeah,
pretty well
yeah, his draft
and
was
probably had
better.
the better draft.
Yeah, that's something Margougou could learn from. Like the draft was not ideal, but yeah, we are right on time.